All right, for this particular project, we're just going to take a quick look through the part 2, lesson 7 for the tilt ball switch, just so you know what we're okay. And it's incredibly simple here. As you can see, this is just gives a small description, and all the tilt switch does is it registers motion. You used to know this as a Mercury switch or a rolling ball sensor. I like tilt switch because it just reminds me of Kirby Tilt and Tumble on the Game Boy, and that's just awesome. It tells you your content requirements, and it gives you a little bit of information about how these work in more detail. We're just going to go through here. You have your proper connection schematic, and so we can see here we're going to be playing with the digital 2 pin with your tilt switch in here all the way just straight into ground. And here is the wiring diagram to make it nice and easy for everybody. And this is a super simple one with no breadboard, and it also explains how the code goes together, and also it explains a couple warnings here, but that's about it for this project. This is a super simple one. Let's flip over to actually building, and then let's get this thing working. All right, let's have some fun. All right, so at this point, we are going to be doing the 2.7 lesson, and this is a tilt switch, and this is pretty cool. So what a tilt switch does is basically it goes up and down, and it tracks when the direction this goes up in. And so we're going to be basically doing an on and off, and that's it. So let's get going. What you're going to need for this particular project is you're going to need your R3, you're going to need 2 wires, male to female, and your tilt switch. Okay, now the nice thing is with these are non-directional, so I'm just going to put the 2 wires on in this case, so it's like this, and I am going to put 1 in ground, and then in this particular project we're going to be putting it into pin 2. All right, well, at this stage we're going to flip over to the software side to put a code on here so that we can actually use this little switch. We are going to load in the file for the tilt sensor at this stage. Super simple. Let's go into open. We're going to hit open again, and I'm going to hit ball switch, click on ball switch, and we now have our new screen, and as always we want to hit verify to make sure the code's going to work. Taking a second, we can now see we've got green here, and then very simple, you're going to plug in your Arduino and then hit upload, and we are now ready to use the tilt sensor. Load. All right, we can see the lights are going here. Now, if this works, this light by my finger, every time I lift the tilt sensor up, it goes off. I push it down, and so we can see right here. Now, you can change the code and use math equations on that, but for our particular purpose today, we just need to see a flashing light. All right, let's move on from there. And there's another really simple, easy project just to learn the basics of sensors.